Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and are making some really good trades as per usual. I'm going to keep this a little bit short today. It's not, you know, very complicated, it's very straightforward. Um, the markets are obviously under tremendous volatility. You can see the NASDAQ is up, down, up, down, up, down, and I don't know if you guys have been watching the news, but we're getting massive swings in the market, right? We're getting like big rallies and then big rallies the next day and then they fade. So we're really destroying traders, right? People are FOMOing into longs at the open and get destroyed at the close, or they FOMO short at the open and get destroyed at it's all over the place, right? Or sorry, they FOMO long, yeah, and then destroyed, and then FOMO short. So it's destroying both sides, and it really, I think it's gonna drive investors away by doing this. But regardless, GameStop has been trading pretty decent. It's still inside of this connector. Now you can see I have a buy area between $16 and $10.50. Now this is only valid if we break the lows, right? So I have, I believe, a low here, low target set at a pivot at $18.72. So if we take out these lows, this buy area becomes very realistic very quickly, and it's gonna be like you'll know when you see it. Like if you see the markets capitulating, full on panic selling, then in that case GameStop is gonna be a great buy down here, right? It could capitulate. I see all these people saying it's gonna squeeze up when it's short. Yes, it was actually a really nice that we actually had a pump on a day that it was down. The markets were down 5%. It was remarkable. Like we pumped like 11%, and we're actually holding up pretty well, all things considered. But there are days when the market is down and GameStop is down as well. So again, sometimes it correlates, sometimes it doesn't. So we'll have to see. You just gotta be patient. We could easily still be inside of this B wave here. I have it as a connector, and we already took out the connector target, which means this could actually go even higher, right? So my target area for a resistance for the connector was right here. On Friday, we closed, we hit it, and then we reversed. But then we gapped down, and then we shot up and took out the highs. So now we're in this either a more complex connector, or it's just still gonna pump up. And actually, it could continue up and fill this gap, and then maybe then you can have it come back down. Now, if you take out this low, this is gonna change up a lot of things, because if you take out the lows at this pivot here, right? If you take out this pivot, then in that case, this whole structure is going to change. It's still bullish. It's just you're probably going to spend a considerable amount of time in this area before you actually start to take off. And again, this is not news that anybody wants to hear, because it's not bullish, and it's we're not. It's not the instant pump that everybody thinks we're gonna get. But again, I regardless of the bullish and bearish stuff, I post what I need to post and let you guys know what the markets are doing. So we'll take a look at the larger time frames on Market Cipher for GameStop. The weekly time frame is actually looking pretty decent. You're actually getting a very little red money flow, and the momentum waves are curling in, so that's nice to see. The 4-day still has green money flow, which is actually very impressive. The 3-day is now cutting into the red. The 2-day is cutting, actually no, not cutting into the red. I thought it was cutting into the red, but it's actually showing some nice green dots here. So while holding up very, very nicely. And 4-hour time frame, it's kind of in and out of the red and the green. But now it's back into the green, which is very impressive. Despite this massive drop here, GameStop is holding up, right? And then I'll give you guys the bullish case. The bullish case is that the 2 is already in, and then this is all mislabeled, and it's a 1-2-1-2. But again, I don't think that's the count, because of the ways because we're like going in threes, right? and we're not really getting any divergences. So my guess is that you could actually get another big pump here in GameStop, maybe even to 27, fill the gap, or 20, 28, fill the gap. And then if you want to come down again later, this would actually raise the target. So let's say we come up all the way in GameStop, right? Let's say we come up all the way up here to, like, let's say 28.44. If you did that, that would actually be more bullish, because then you would have a target that comes like down to here, right? Down to 19.844. And that would be amazing, because then you would probably come back down in the C leg to finish the Y, hit the target area, reset the RSI on the daily, capitulate it down, and that would be perfect. That would be the perfect setup. But again, that doesn't always go the way we want it to, and we have to go with what the market's gonna do. So yeah, GameStop, nothing too much on the 1 hour, still chopping about red and green, and 30-minute going to waves are curling, could still see some more upside. In terms of wave edge, no new signals have come out. Let's take a look at 4-day, 3-day, 2-day, daily, 12-hour, nothing new. The 4-hour time frame, nothing new. 1-hour time frame, not much going on there. 30-minute, okay. Now the 30-minute time frame, you got some significant sells. I changed them from triangles to yellow dots. So I mean, I could always switch them back, but this is how I have them. And the yellow dots right now on top represent selling, and the yellow dots at the bottom represent buying. And Smart Money started selling here at 24, and then took a bit of a dip, but it doesn't mean it's all over. I actually still think that you could actually still go higher and potentially fill some gaps if the markets want to get a bid tomorrow, right? The VIX futures are down at the moment. I'm just looking here at the VIX futures. They're down 15%. The markets are still very choppy, pretty indecisive, I would say. A lot of people are talking about a major capitulation event. A major drop in the market is coming tomorrow, and we're going to crash, which is, very possible. But at the same time, the U.S. just put those 104% tariffs, and the Hang Seng gap down 4%, and has been rallying since then. Now it could be that the Chinese are just buying, the government's just buying up the stocks to relieve some pressure on the stock market, or something really, something really is going on underneath the table. And we are gonna pump tomorrow. But again, I don't know. The sentiment just feels so bad right now. People are so bearish, especially at the close, and everything that went on today. Those tariffs that really sparked a lot of panic in people. But we'll see. It's we're kind of in this chop mode, because if you take a look at the Qs, right, I have my Q target here. Again, this is not really GameStop analysis, but it does affect GameStop a lot, because it's really, whatever the markets do, if we start crashing, GameStop could go down. If we start pumping, GameStop could definitely go up. So, I had a potential extended B here. If this is a more complex correction, and it's like a double correction of some sort, then maybe you could say, because you didn't take out this high, so it's much more complex when you do this. But let's say for just our sanity, it's something like this, then it for sure could do that, right? It for sure could do that. And tomorrow you gap up. Tomorrow you gap up, and it's party time, right? And we're gonna go fill at least this gap here, which kind of is in line. It's kind of in line there, right? So you got a nice gap fill area, and this is no small pump. This would be like another 7 to 8%er, right? You could get a 4% pump one day, the next day you gap up 3-4%, and you go into this area, you chop, and then the sell-off continues, because Trump does more crazy things, and then you come back down into another area. So we'll see. I really don't know. I'm not a guru. I can't predict things for you guys. I'm just guessing here along with you. I'm just assuming and estimating things as well. And what I'm assuming is that the markets, could do a 50-50. I don't know. I have targets here for upside if we go up, and if we don't, if we just collapse overnight and we go down, then it's we go down to 350. So it's best to just be on the sidelines and, you know, wait for either a nice area to accumulate GameStop, or you pump up and then you wait for a even better one, right? So because either way, I think there's still more upside left in GameStop. All right, that's it. It's not really helpful analysis tonight. I know it's not helpful at all. I'm gonna get a full boatload of the useless analysis comments, and I agree. It's not the best one tonight because the market is just so indecisive. We're in the middle area, and that's it. Peace.